CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up,
right.
Hit me right now. In this case...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Gonna run again here with Pollard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. Run for Pollard. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Forced out to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They go back to Pollard on second down. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Buying time to his left. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 83 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving. Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right? In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
They'll run left with Pollard. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Say. Check 24. Check 24.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Here's Pollard. Down to the 25. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Pollard. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A real opportunity for them. Their defense got the key 4th down stop. Now all they need is a field goal to snag the lead. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Goff now to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Yeah, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. And the Lions are going to win this game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Swift. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 57 yards. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, and they go with Swift again. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, Swift. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 28. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams punching it in from a yard away.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Look, the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb, 84 yards. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, No hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
From the gun, here's Swift. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A first down carry by Elliott. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go to Elliott again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now here's Pollard, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. they stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So third down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try it now with Swift. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's caught inside the 30.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Inside give to Elliott. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert.
That's caught at the 25. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
To throw, Prescott. He's got Elliott, and he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Here's Dak. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, but he can't get out of bounds. He'll have the 1st down, but he's brought down in play.
It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Dak.
Eluding the pressure right.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.